Sarah had seen life at its worst. A single mother of two, she had spent years battling homelessness, moving from one shelter to another, barely managing to keep food on the table. Her ex-husband had left when their youngest, Emily, was just a baby, and ever since, Sarah had been struggling to make ends meet. The nights were the hardest, cold, lonely, and filled with uncertainty. She worked odd jobs, cleaning houses and waiting tables, but it was never enough to secure a stable home for her children. Her biggest fear was that one day she would have to give them up because she couldn't provide a proper life for them. Just when she thought things would never change, a childhood friend, Lisa, offered her a rental house. It was small but had a cozy charm. Most importantly, it had a backyard where her kids could play, a luxury they had never known. Sarah took it without hesitation, thankful for Lisa's generosity. For the first time in years, she felt a glimmer of hope. The house was old, but it was theirs. No more shelters, no more cold nights. She finally had a place where she and her children could call home, even if it was temporary. One sunny afternoon, while Sarah was inside folding laundry, her children, 8-year-old Jake and 6-year-old Emily, played in the backyard. It had rained the night before, and the soil was damp. As they dug around with their tiny hands, they noticed something odd, something metallic buried under the dirt. "Mom! Come look!" Jake shouted, his voice filled with excitement. Sarah rushed outside to see what the commotion was about. There, in a shallow hole, was a rusted metal box. With a little effort, she pulled it out and brushed off the dirt. It was old, heavy, and locked. Her heart pounded as she pried it open with a kitchen knife. What she saw inside made her gasp: stacks of cash wrapped in old paper, and beneath them, glittering gold coins and jewelry. Sarah sat on the porch, staring at the treasure, her mind racing. Who had buried it? Did Lisa know about it? Was it stolen? Every ethical thought told her to turn it in, but another voice, one she had ignored for years, whispered, "This is your chance." She called Lisa and asked her if she knew anything about the backyard. Lisa was surprised and laughed, "That place has been in my family for years. We've never found anything special about it." That was all Sarah needed to hear. If Lisa didn't know, maybe no one did. She decided to keep it, but she knew she had to be careful. Instead of making any rash decisions, Sarah went to a discreet pawnshop and slowly exchanged small amounts of gold for cash. With her newfound wealth, she carefully planned her next steps. The first thing she did was buy a small but beautiful house for herself and her children. No more rent, no more fear of eviction. It was truly theirs. Then, she invested in her dream, a small bakery. She had always loved baking, but life had never given her a chance to pursue it. With enough money to set it up, Sarah's sweet haven became a reality. Within months, her business flourished. People from all over the neighborhood came to taste her homemade pastries and bread. Her children went to better schools, had new clothes, and, for the first time, knew what stability felt like. They laughed more, played freely, and no longer worried about where they would sleep at night. Sarah never forgot where she came from. She used a portion of her money to help single mothers in shelters, just like she had once been. She set up a fund to provide small loans for women looking to start their own businesses. Her story became an inspiration to many. People admired how she had turned her life around, even though they never knew about the mysterious fortune she had found. One evening, as Sarah watched her children play in their new backyard, she thought about the box. Was it fate? A blessing in disguise? Or just a lucky accident? She would never know, but one thing was certain: sometimes, life had a way of rewarding those who never give up. With tears of gratitude in her eyes, she whispered to the wind, "Thank you."